CFM sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Okay, break.
This out quickly to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, followed by the launch here. 2 yards the loss, and now the 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. Down inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. Noah Fant, 43 yards. And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gibson again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Lawrence will throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did. That requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of help, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drills, and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In motion right is the tight end. They run the option on second down. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Capitalize on the good field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Damian Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
2nd and 9. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Lawrence from his end zone. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now Lawrence on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On second and a couple. Lawrence. This is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of a adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Gibson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Williams, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. In the first half, he was holding check on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have a lead.
Yeah, they got to be fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They're going to try and throw. And taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, big plays have been the story so far into this third quarter. They have really been running wild this whole ball game, and there's another example right there on the touchdown run.
And their execution has been exceptional, especially for a team that's played with great pace. They've controlled the tempo, played how they've wanted to, and they're having their way right now.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, a run with Gibson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Complete, it's Dodson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. They'll make it 3rd and 13.
As a defense, you want balance when you're in zone coverage because you have to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here's a give to Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to the ground with Gibson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. Sly able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, and with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
The yards are never going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll drop the throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there. Hey, exit. Go.
Back to throw, Lawrence. Being chased out left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that will go far incomplete. Nearly an interception, and that was picked off its owner, so they're going to lose some life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball arrives. It surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.